No, it's gone, and it won't come back again. It's all gone where it was. Nothing left of it. Try to get some sleep. Skip turned over. I stopped crying. Somewhere across town, a few windows were still glowing. Down at the rail station, an engine hooted and started and went rushing off between the hills. I waited in the dark room, holding my breath, while one by silent one, the small, faraway windows of the little houses went dark. It's from a story called The Last Circus by Ray Bradbury, from his collection The Toynbee Convector. Earlier this morning, literary master Ray Bradbury died at the age of 91. In my time on this earth, I have always taken solace in the words of older men, and Ray Bradbury was no exception. I never have seen someone who can speak of future events with such nostalgia or capture the sensation of being a child. I worry sometimes that the events that he talks about in some of his stories will lose their relevance, not because his words will have become any dulled, but because we are becoming increasingly urbanized, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But when Bradbury speaks of childhood, it is definitely something of the suburbs and of the rural areas. There are certain things which recur again, and if you're lucky enough to have been a child and to have your own bicycle and to have the freedom to ride around on your bicycle, rather, in the middle of autumn, that's where Bradbury comes from. My favorite story of his is The Halloween Tree. There's another story that people generally expect that I like more, called Something Wicked This Way Comes, and I do like that story, but The Halloween Tree is something a bit more special. It's not about the discovery of good and evil. It's simply about friends and what friends are willing to learn and do for each other. But there's one passage that always stuck with me. And it's a passage about a place Bradbury talks about in several of his stories. And that is namely the ravine. I would like to read that to you now as tribute to Ray Bradbury. The ravine filled with varieties of night sounds, lurkings of black ink stream and creek, lingerings of autumns that rolled over in fire and bronze and died 1,000 years ago. From this deep place sprang mushroom and toadstool and cold stone frog and crawdad and spider. There was a long tunnel down there under the earth in which poisoned waters dripped, and the echoes never ceased calling, "Come, come, come, and if you do, you'll stay forever, forever drip, forever rustle, run, rush, whisper, and never go, never go."